Today I'm introducing a new series on my channel called Smarties Cereal.
Moss, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Smartie cereal.
Oh my God. I didn't even know Smarties made a cereal.
They don't, it's just Smarties in a bowl with milk.
This is where guest contributors offer editorials on interesting topics. The first one here is by my good friend Raynard Wilson. You may recognize him from some of the Mark Steele content I've done. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with everything. It is an editorial, and so my response to him is already in the comments. Whatever you have as your opinion to this, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure Raynard will be happy to engage with you. So here we go. Take it away, Raynard.
Here's a headline from Psychology Today. Surprising reasons why narcissists like conspiracy theories. I think this article will only surprise you if you've been off the planet for the last 10 years. For the rest of us, the set of narcissists and the set of conspiracy theorists and truthers and zanies and nutjobs and all those people that McToon spends so much time talking about, well, they overlap so much that they might as well be the same circle on the Venn diagram. Narcissists come in several flavours, but there's a few common motivators driving them. Some are motivated by a desire to be seen as special. They want people to look up to them. They want to be recognised as the geniuses that they desperately want to be. That's why an unemployed welder from Gateshead might imagine an entire alternative career as a weapons sector expert or an energy sector researcher. Others are motivated by paranoia and an intense distrust of the world. They are people who know deep down that everybody lies and nothing can be trusted. These are people who feel like they've been lied to their entire lives. Narcissists are almost always quite gullible, not because they're stupid, but because they tend to go with their gut. If something feels right to them, it must be right. Ideas that reinforce their sense of specialness or confirm their paranoia are more likely to seem right. And all of this is compounded by a sort of intellectual inflexibility born from the fear of being proved wrong. Narcissists really hate to back out of a losing argument. To do so means admitting that they were wrong. And if they were wrong, they can't possibly be the towering geniuses that they really want to be. That also explains why you can never get a narcissist to explain why they believe what they believe in. You can't explain a gut reaction. A gut reaction was never about following evidence. It was about finding the beliefs that made the believer feel better about themselves. And they can't rationalize a belief system that was never rational in the first place. So why is it that narcissists and truthers and crazy people in general love to argue? They love to have debates, don't they? They love to show off how clever they are. It feels so amazing to expose the sheeple for the fools they are. But with any argument comes the possibility of a loss. Any intellectual challenge to the beliefs, it's taken like a punch to the gut. Narcissists and truthers tend to be people who can dish out the pain, but really don't like to take the same treatment back. You might argue with them because you like to argue. Being proven wrong is just an opportunity to recalibrate your own mental model. But to a truther, being proved wrong is painful, and that's a world of pain that really must be avoided at all costs. Conspiracy theories are alternative explanations attributing the causes of the world's problems to shadowy, malevolent groups. Conspiracy theorists love to lift the curtain and reveal how the world really works. Truthers or conspiracy theorists, well, they love to be the messengers of those radical truths. And it feels great to be the person with the true inside knowledge about how things are really going to happen. The most famous conspiracy theories tend to be big issues. Is the Earth flat? Did a cabal of wealthy industrialists create 5G as a distributed energy weapon? Was the COVID vaccine created as a deadly bioweapon to cause depopulation because the Georgia Guidestones told us to? Absolutely not, but people like Mark Steele and David Icke have pushed these absurd conspiracy theories that purport to explain the big issues of our time. But here's an equally popular conspiracy theory you might have heard, but just not on YouTube or BitChute. How about this one? I could have been somebody famous if I wasn't having to deal with people like you. Or what about this absolute classic? It's not my fault, you made me do it. Not every conspiracy theory has to be about a big thing. It's not all about the shape of the world or whether NASA landed men on the moon. All of these things that narcissists say perfectly fit the description of a conspiracy theory because they explain away life's problems in a really convenient way. It's much easier to believe that my failures aren't my fault. My lack of success couldn't possibly be due to my lack of attention at school, drinking too much or playing games when I should have been working. Somebody else was dragging me down. Or what about this? Why don't women like me? It can't possibly be because I'm a mean, poor-smelling, unpleasant person to be around. It's women's fault for being too shallow to perceive my brilliance. Whether you're an entitled asshole or a toxic incel, it's always somebody else's problem. You never have to take your responsibility because there's always somebody else who can take the blame for you. My point is that narcissists are conspiracy theorists are narcissists, and the kinds of things that narcissists say are the same things that conspiracy theorists say. They're just making small conspiracy theories. Please try to prove me wrong. I'm waiting for the evidence, and there's probably somebody out there that has it. Perhaps you know an anti-vaxxer who in all other regards is the nicest and most sensible person on earth. Perhaps there's a flat earther who has really healthy relationships with all the other people in his life. You know, I've never met this person, and I suspect I never will, because I don't think they exist. And I don't think we ever will. They are the same people. Anyway, this has been me, Raynard Wilson, filling in for McToon on Conspiracy Tunes. Look forward to seeing you soon.